at you live from Microsoft NYC.
Sponsored by Ultimate Wireless LLC.
And powered by Quirktastic. I am Player 3, Bubblegum Zombie Hunter.
It's your boy, Sort of Escaped Player 2. You done know.
And we're LAN Party. Thank you for doing it with me now that Greg's not here today.
I have a choice.
So as you guys can see, Crimson had to call out. He had some business he had to take care of.
Had to handle some business.
So it's just going to be a twosome show today. Just me and Sort of us. So Crimson's birthday was on the 17th. And LAN Party, we celebrated by doing the VR experience. I want to say heavily awaited VR experience. Are people hyped for that? I didn't know.
Yo, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people don't know, but they have ads everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I actually didn't know anything about this experience at all. So
that's crazy because we definitely posted 2 trailers on our own Instagram page.
What did we? Number one, about the Instagram page, you don't be sending me videos, and I ask you nicely every time you send me a video. It don't matter,
son. If it's how it's there, and you don't know
because
that
y'all know I don't like Instagram. I hate everything about Instagram. I have my own personal Instagram that I don't go on. So if I'm asking you for videos and you're not gonna send it to me, then I'm not gonna watch that video. I'm sorry. Send me the videos. Send me the videos.
So how do you know we got videos?
Because I go on the Instagram page to see what it is I need to post on the Twitter page.
So you ain't see that when we posted them.
I see the blocks and I see that it's a video. So I'm not gonna watch the video. I'm gonna just be like, yo, homie, send me that video, and then I'll watch the video and post it on Twitter. But if you don't send me the video, I get mad, and I was like, you know what? Fuck Sort of S and fuck this video. So send me the video. Stop playing games. I ask you very nicely. I don't know why you don't send it to me.
Yo, son. Anyways, I
didn't know much about it, but Sort of us, you were just we're doing this for Prince's birthday. Pull up, buy the ticket, pull up. I bought the ticket. I didn't know what I was getting into, so it was dope.
Yeah, well, neither did he. So
it was his birthday present.
It was his birthday, but he didn't know where I was taking him to it. I just told him, yo, we going somewhere on Monday.
When we got there, he was high. He was like, is it? We couldn't find it because we were on the top floor, but it was on the lower floor, and it took up a good... What mall was it in? World Trade Center.
It's at the World Trade Center, the Oculus, the little fishbone looking thing.
Yeah.
So
it was in the middle of the lower floor. And he points to it. And he's like, yo, is that it? Is that my present? And then Sort of us is like, oh, yeah, there it is. Happy birthday. So basically, you sign a waiver, you go into the area and you get fitted for a suit. Obviously, It's not an actual suit. I remember it to...
Like an Oculus Rift type of thing.
It reminded me of a backpack. Is that an accurate... I'm not that.
Yeah, it's like
VR. It's like
the VR helmet in
a dope helmet and a
haptic feedback suit, so you can feel vibrations and shit. Mm-hmm. So we went, we signed the waiver just in case broke our leg or some shit. It's our fault. They don't got to pay for us.
Oh shit!
And
oh wait, the reason why I said that is because I remember he was like, before you go in, he's like, I beg of you, no matter what, please don't jump. You're gonna feel like you're gonna jump. You're gonna want to jump. Don't jump. And I don't jump. I didn't take it seriously, and I low key jumped. And
I did.
It's not fun. But I'm thinking about it. It's like, yo, had I jumped and hurt myself? Ooh.
Oh no, I didn't. I took him seriously when my guide was a woman. Me and Greg, we had a different guide. Imani and Frankie was with us. Mm-hmm. And my girlfriend. So those 3 went as a group because you only get up to 4 people as a group, and there was 5 of us.
How did you know you can only get up to 4 people, by the way?
Because I did the research, and also because the lady in front told us that way.
Oh.
So the girls went in their group, A-Force, and me and Greg went in as, Iron Man and War Machine. The tag team duo.
Okay.
Greatest duo, Marvel history. Not really, but.
Mm-hmm.
And our experience was pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like 2 people should be the standard. I'm only saying this because you guys said you guys were kind of bumping into each other when you guys were playing.
Yeah, but are you used to VR? Have you done it before? Because I've never done it.
That was my first time doing
anything
immersive VR.
But you've done VR.
Yeah, I'm done like Oculus Rift or
yeah,
shit like that.
I've had no experience with VR at all, so it was something new to get into, guys. And once you put on that VR headset, you're not like in the movies and like in the books. You're not in reality anymore. You're somewhere different.
Reality is a bitch. Your perception of reality
completely changes,
bro. Like it's fake, but
it don't feel fake. It don't look fake.
Oh man, it was such an immersive. Like you put on the helmet and then you're in this room and you just wait. And then all of a sudden you're in the elevator. Yeah. You see outside. I saw Greg across from me in his suit? Wakandan Iron Man suit. You saw me in my Wakandan Iron Man suit. You look down, you see your hands and throwing up gang signs and shit with my fingers and whatnot. Like it's like when you were a kid and you had a dream about being Iron Man.
It came true.
That's what this game was. Mm-hmm. Aside from the fact that you couldn't fly, everything else was pretty much like what you would imagine being in an Iron Man suit would be like.
It was dope.
You put up your hand, you shoot the blast, you put up your fist, you make a shield, all that shit. And it was dope.
It was $40, right?
$40 a person, yeah.
It was $40. I greatly enjoyed it, but towards the end, once we left, I felt like for $40, I wanted more. Maybe I'm being a bit like too much, but when I say more, I just wish we had another mission. Like once that mission ended, and we'll get into the mission a little later, but once that mission ended, I was ready for a new mission. I was like, yo, team, this is great. What's the next mission? And they were like, well, that's our show. And I was just like, wait, what? And it wasn't that long, right? It was supposed to be 30.
It was probably like 30 minutes.
It felt like 20 minutes. Like it felt short.
Because you were having fun.
It could have been because we were having fun. It could be also the 30 minutes. I feel like it could depend on each group. Like if a group has a hard time completing a mission, has a hard time shooting blasts, shooting shields, getting their shit together, it might take 30 minutes.
Well, you also have your guide. Mm-hmm. So you have a guide that helps you put away your stuff if you came with any stuff. You go watch like a tutorial video or some shit. So not really a tutorial, but like the intro video. Like Shuri comes out, starts telling you, hey, we're recruiting you to test out these suits or whatever. Go suit up and shit, right? Then you go with your guy to go put on the suits, the haptic feedback suits, the gear. You strap yourself in. Are you comfortable? Is there any pressure on your back? Whatever. Make sure everything's good. Take you to the room. The game starts up. You walk through a door. Then you do the tutorial.
Mm-hmm. And basically,
this is not walking in place. So you're actually walking around a space.
Yeah, it's a maze in the space.
It's a maze.
And by the way, your guide is with you the whole time. Just
like
to
physically?
Physically with you.
Oh,
to
so
make sure you don't hurt yourself.
In the area around us?
They're following you the whole time to make sure you don't hurt yourself, you don't mess up. Yeah. That's how immersive it is.
I thought they were just watching us through like cameras or some shit.
No. They were with you the whole time.
So if I were to pick my shit up, there's just been mad people.
You would have saw them right there with you. That's how immersive it is. But the suits is cool. Like sort of as said, you see Shuri and she tells you we're trying on these you're going to be the first to try these new suits. That's a collaboration between me and Tony Stark. And that's exactly what the suits look like. They look like a collaboration between Iron Man. And Black Panther suits. They're sleek, they're beautiful. You could choose between different colors.
Like if Iron Man had to make an Iron Man suit
for Wakanda, basically for Black Panther.
Like if he like crashed or some shit and he had to make a new suit and he just happened to be Wakanda, that's what the shit would look like.
It was sleek, it was beautiful. I chose the blue color. What did you choose?
I chose blue.
Oh, twins! Look at us.
Well, because I'm player 2. So
basically, you're trying on a new suit, and like player 2 says, you look to the side of you, your teammate is wearing the suit. You look in front of you, you put your hands out in front of you, your fingers are wearing the suit. You can put your hands out in front of you to make a motion, you can make a blast, and when you put your fists up, you make a shield. So you're trying to suit out, you're having a good time hanging out with your friends, like, yeah, this is so cool. And then all of a sudden an emergency happens. And then Shuri's just like, so there's an emergency, we need you to help join the Avengers. Basically, it's like, we need you to help join the Avengers on your first day.
And for the next 30 minutes, you're an Avenger.
More like 20, but yeah, you are an Avenger. You get to see Spider-Man. You get to see Ant-Man.
And Wasp.
I forget the first thing was more like a training. You're shooting up drones. You're shooting down drones with Shuri.
But then that's when shit hits the fan.
And that's when shit hits the fan.
While you're doing the training, yeah.
So you, I think, Doctor Strange, you go through a portal made by Doctor Strange, right? And then you end up in his, what is it? I want to say, it's not his
Sanctum
house.
Sanctorum.
Yeah. Yeah, you end up in his Sanctorum, and you're sitting there talking to Doctor Strange. He talks to you about the mission.
Yeah, there's a part where you first go through the portal, right? To enter the Sanctorum. And you have to go down the steps.
Oof.
And I honestly feel like we were just walking around in circles.
Oh, we were.
Like a legit circle, like 5 times. But for some reason, I don't know. It could have been a flat surface, but seeing the stairs in front of you,
it messes with you,
right? And you go to touch the railing, and there's a rail. So I'm sitting here like stutter stepping and shit. Like, damn, I see a gap in the stairs because that's just how stairs are. I'm like, I don't want to fuck around and step in the gap, fuck my ankle up, and die.
Also, like I said earlier, they were very adamant about not jumping. And when you get that warning, you're like, why in God's name will I jump? But you end up being on a ship, an airship. That's the only way I know how to say it because it's not a spaceship. And it's like, you look down below you and you're in air. You're in air. And if you did you get separated from your partner? Because I got separated from Frankie. Yeah.
Well, it was only me and Greg, so we each had to take a separate ship.
Yeah. So there's a point in time where you get like separated from your partner. You and your partner fly as hell.
I was mad nervous. I was like, oh shit, I'm by myself.
It's in 2 completely different ships, and then there are like areas when you look on the floor where you feel like you have to jump to the next ship, or you have to jump to the next cart. So just another way to intone like how real it felt. Like there was a moment I tried to like jump to the next ship.
I resisted every urge to jump because I'm like, I don't need to jump. The gap is not real. I'm gonna just take a big step. It's just in case, and make sure I get over it.
Also, like we said, some famous faces was Ant-Man. It was dope. You were able to get small. They shrunk us, and when they shrunk us,
oh man, and the attention to detail is so great because there's a part where you're fighting with Ant-Man and the Wasp, and you're shooting, the robots and shit, and when they shoot a laser back at you, you can feel the heat.
You can smell things too. When we were small, for some reason, we were by popcorn.
And smell the popcorn.
Room smelled like popcorn. It was fire.
You feel me? Like when you get shot with lasers, you feel the impact on the side.
You feel vibrations.
Wherever you get hit. So you feel it. So that makes you turn and be like, oh shit, there's robots to my left too. And you tend to forget that you're surrounded by an entire environment. So you're sitting there focusing on the enemies in front of you,
while the enemies on the side.
There could be enemies on your back right, or your back left, or just your left and right, and they will fly up there and try to kill you from those angles.
Yeah,
and because when you play a video game, you're just looking straight at the screen, especially first-person games, and where everything's pretty much just laid out in front of you. But this is like, nah, bro, like you got to look behind you, like there could be something in your blind spot. You got to pay attention.
So all of that was dope. You mentioned Ultron. We were basically fighting Ultron, right? It was really quick,
Ultron made a comeback. And he was trying to take over Wakandan tech. And you had to stop him. Yeah. There was also Easter eggs scattered throughout the game. Like I spotted the Watcher. Greg didn't see him. I tried to show him to him, but I spotted him in the sky at a certain point in the game. I don't want to give away spoilers. I want you guys to like go and enjoy it for yourself. If you're in New York, if you listen to this in New York, then it's at the Oculus World Trade. You go on their website and find the other locations. I didn't really give a shit about that because it's not as great as New York. So I just know New York City's at World Trade, the Oculus, first floor, right there. You can't miss it. But it was dope.
Oh yeah,
I feel like it was worth the $40. I would do that shit again.
That's the thing. That's my thing. Was it worth the $40? The whole experience? Of course it was. Is it something I would be eager to do again with the time frame? I'm not so sure. If there was another mission, absolutely without a doubt. Because remember, we said the whole thing was 30 minutes, but you have to include it in that 30 minutes is locking your bag away, put it on your backpack, getting the tutorial. You know what I'm saying? So the whole a whole experience, the VR experience, I feel like was more like 20 minutes. And if you're good at what you're doing, if you're not bumping into things and doing all the right things,
it'll be faster,
like, it'll be faster. It'll be like 15 to 20 minutes. So it's like literally a VR game. Like you're doing a mission and it's like you do one mission. So if it had been a second mission, fire. Like if the video game portion was 30 minutes, fire. But
I see what you're saying.
For it being 15 to 20.
I feel like majority of the game is like you stumbling your way through the environment.
Precisely. And by the time you
haphazardly taking steps forward.
Because it's your first time. You're getting used to everything. Fucked up. So,
but I feel like if we were in there again, we know
what we're doing.
Walk through the shit like it was fucking Avengers 3. Mm-hmm. Like, we're used to this. We got this. Don't worry about it.
And that's why I was a little disappointed, because by the time you beat Ultron, you have an idea of how to work the system. Mm-hmm. So by the time we beat Ultron, I was like, all right, what's the next mission?
Got this. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. All right, what are we doing next?
Shield. And then it was like, well, you're done. And I was just like, that's the one thing. So is a $40 experience worth it? Absolutely, of course. You're in Avengers for the day. It's dope as fuck. Like I said, you see Ant-Man, you see the Wasp.
For a first time experience,
you
definitely
see
worth it,
Shuri. You're fighting alongside these people as an Avenger. You're fighting alongside Spider-Man. Who else? That was mainstream that
Hulk.
We saw. Hulk. So it's like
Black Panther makes some parents.
So it's like really, really dope. But for me,
Captain Marvel.
Oh really? I don't remember
didn't see Captain Marvel?
I don't remember that, but it was a lot going on. But for me, if it's like the replay value, I'm iffy on it. I think I'm gonna go and do it.
I would do it again.
Do it. Talking about it with you again, it was a lot of fun.
Only with people who haven't done it.
Yeah,
I'm not going back with like
Greg.
you or Greg or some shit, so we could do it again.
Yeah,
we're gonna get through it too fast, and the experience won't be as fun. Yeah, you know, because the first time none of us knew. I kept making Greg go through the doors first because I was too nervous to walk through the shit. Because I didn't know what I was walking into. So I use him as a meat shield.
Jesus.
But, yeah. But if I were to go with like, say, like one of my roommates or like more friends from home,
I think I'm gonna go again with
you know, then I would do it again with them, because then they'll just be like, oh shit, all over again. Be like, yeah, this shit, all right.
It's fire. So it's like, but then again, with money and time, maybe we got what it's worth, you know, VR.
Yeah, we got
full excursions. It's very expensive, so we could be asking for a lot.
$40.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying with more time could be asking for a lot. Like like we said, it was an all immersive experience.
Oh. Well, yeah, if they come out with like another chapter, like some DLC, you know.
So obviously, probably like more time probably would have been more money, because that's more effort, graphics, all of that put in. So
that's true. This was big budget. They had the original voice actors.
I didn't know that. Well, duh, Shuri was there, so.
Yeah, they had a whole Shuri.
But I wasn't like, oh snap, that's thing.
Ant-Man's voice and Wasp's voice. That was right. Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly. Whew. You couldn't tell Tom Holland?
Yeah, I wasn't focusing on
Doctor Strange was clearly Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch was there. So.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right. Honestly, Disney Marvel is so ingrained in everything. It doesn't even. When I see Marvel, I think Disney Marvel sometimes, especially mainstream pop culture. Obviously, not in comics, but yeah,
it was a good time. Really enjoyed it. You guys live in the New York City area, go check that out.
Or like you said, any area where
I don't remember the rest of the areas, and
it's all over
we
the
live
United
in New York
States.
City.
Yeah,
and majority of our listeners are in the New York City.
All right, so if you're in the city, please check it out. If you got the cash, it's worth it.
It's worth it, guys. Go ahead and do it. If you want to go with us, let us know. We'll do it again with you. Well, I will. I don't know about her. She made a face, but I'll go with you. Shit, not paying for you, but I'll do it.
All right, moving on.
Superman is finally getting a show on the CW Arrowverse.
Why are you saying finally? Like, Superman didn't have a show?
Not in the Arrowverse.
And why are you saying finally, like, we wanted a Superman show? Did you want a Superman show?
I mean, sure, why not?
Nah.
Why not?
Lies. You're not watching Arrow. You're not watching Legend of Tomorrow. You're not watching Batgirl. You're not watching Supergirl. You're not watching Black Lightning. And you're not watching The Flash.
It's Batwoman. And Batwoman sucks.
Did I say Batgirl?
It's a Batgirl. Completely different character.
Sorry.
Second off, Batwoman fucking sucks. The show, not the character.
We had a whole show on this, so I don't want to go back into it, but it could get better. As you know, sometimes pilots suck. Pilots suck.
I'm like 3 episodes behind, so let me watch episodes 2 through 4. I'll come back next week.
I'm not even trying to be a dick. You're not gonna watch it, but I am watching.
I watched the first one. I'm good. Anyway, I'm gonna watch it. Anyway, Superman is getting his own show. It's gonna be the Superman from Supergirl. That Superman, but a completely different Superman. You're getting the Teen Wolf Superman, the Alpha. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be in it. And the title says "Honest to God Superman Show in Development" for CW. Not a prequel. Not about his cousin. It's not about Krypton.
That means the Arrowverse is doing really good if they're adding more superhero stuff to it.
Yeah, I would have preferred they did like Superboy instead.
Yeah, Superboy would have been dope.
I think a Superboy show would have been better.
I agree.
I'm tired of seeing Superman. Like I'm gonna watch the show.
Me too. I'm tired of seeing Superman.
People probably will watch it because they probably think like Smallville or some shit, which was also on the CW. But
WB back then, but we get it.
I think by the time it ended,
it was CW.
They were doing the whole CW thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. Because it ended in like 2011. I think they were CW by then. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but like we already did the Superman thing already, you know? Like, Smallville.
Well, I mean, I didn't watch Smallville.
Right. Technically, that'd be a prequel.
Yeah,
it was before. But
I do agree. Like we've done the Superman thing our whole lives. Our culture is Superman, bro. Our culture is Superman and Batman. It really is.
A Superboy show would have been better. I'm talking about like leather jacket.
But CW.
Black turtleneck.
Oh, yeah.
Superboy.
With his little pet dog. What's his pet dog called again?
Crypto?
Oh, with Crypto.
That's Clark's dog.
I would just be seeing him have it in Young Justice, so. But
Clark probably gave it to him. But yeah. I think that'd have been better.
I agree, but CW is all about ratings, so they probably thought what would sell. Also, what do they have rights to as well too? CW, but they probably thought like what would sell. Superman is gonna sell, and that they're expecting like
they have rights to it's Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm. So obviously they have the rights to
exactly
everything.
Like, you want to put them on screen? Sure, go ahead. Mm-hmm. There's more shit for them to add in this, and like Arrow's going away. I feel like the Flash probably got like
it's
1 or 2 seasons left. They gotta start adding new shit. Because the Flash, this is like season 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm. It's deep. I don't know what season 6.
But it's deep. I think it's like season 6. Mm-hmm. Arrow is on its final season. Supergirl's only like 4 seasons in, maybe.
Yeah. So like, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, except for like the Flash and Arrow, but like Superman, it's like. We've got a lot of side characters, like Batwoman, Supergirl. So with Superman, that's why I'm just like, they probably took the leap on that because I'm like, Superman. They're like, Superman is going to sell. People are going to watch this. It was the most profitable at the time. It's like they're strategic with what they're doing. It's sad to say, but Black Lightning's for a certain audience. Batwoman is for a certain audience. Supergirl is for a certain audience. And now that Arrow is phasing out, I kind of feel like Superman's going to be for a certain audience. Am I watching Superman? Me don't care. I've never been a fan of Superman. And as a matter of fact, when we first started this podcast, I don't know if you remember, but I hated Superman. I wasn't a fan. As I've done more research and done more work and done more looking, I've grown to like him more. I see why people like him. Honestly, he's fire. 2 years in, I'm like, you know what? Superman's fire. Like, I can't hate. I see why people love him. But am I watching that series? Absolutely not. Before I watch that, I have to catch up on Flash and watch Black Lightning, which is an amazing series. And I am ashamed of myself that I'm not on top of it. I really am.
I haven't even started that shit.
Why haven't you started it?
I don't know.
Yo, it's for us. It's for the blurs. What are we doing? And season 1 was so good. It wasn't like it was even bad. Like, it's a fire show. But, yeah.
All right. Other comic book news. You got, literally comic books, not comic book shows, but, we don't really talk about comic books very often.
Because I don't know why, but Crimson is kind of like the main man for that. And even then, he doesn't talk about it like that. And I don't know why, because he's knowledgeable. Maybe it's because we be slacking. Maybe it's because we're not on Crimson level.
I'm very up to date with what I need. Well, not really, but with the X-Men I am. Mm-hmm. I've been following Powers of 10 and House of X, which is fucking fantastic. If anybody's listening to this and you like X-Men, you gotta go read Jonathan Hickman's House of X and Powers of 10 run. Powers of 10 spelled with Roman numeral X. So, because it's X-Men, you gotta just put X's in there. But it is a fantastic run. I never gave a shit about the X-Men that much. I like X-Men.
Yeah,
You're making a face.
Yeah, I made X-Men. A fake. Yeah,
but
I thought I was the only person in the world who wasn't an X-Men.
No, you just I don't like X-Men.
Yeah, they bore me.
No, I like the X-Men. I just never cared to read their comics. I know of them. I know the shit they be up to, and a lot of their stories kind of cross over with other events. I end up knowing what's going on with them, what's happening to them. Mm-hmm. But this is the first time I've sat there and went through an entire X-Men event from beginning to end. And this shit was dope.
It was awesome.
It was dope.
Where do you read your comics? Comicbook.com. Let me read this. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, some shit like that. If I don't read it, then I listen to them on YouTube with Comic Storian or what's the other guy? I don't remember the other guy, but Comic Storian.
Oh, let me know the other guy. If you remember, talk about it in the podcast or later. Because I do watch Comic Storian.
You watch Comic Storian, right? Yeah.
Up to date.
I forgot the other guy's name, but and then there's this new YouTube channel I found too also, and I think he's black. He got lo-fi hip hop in the background and shit. I feel like I relate to him more. Anyway. But that's how I normally get it. But yeah, X-Men, they're doing a crossover with Fantastic Four, which is why we brought up X-Men in the first place. Mm-hmm. This is off the heels of the House of X event, which I just so highly praised just now. And it's going to involve Richard. What the fuck is their last name? How can I forget it? Richard, Franklin Richards. There we go. I'm like, what the fuck? Why can't I remember their last name? But yeah, Franklin Richards. And then for those who don't know, Franklin Richards is currently the most powerful mutant in the Marvel Universe. So whoever you got is the most powerful in your head, get that motherfucker out your head, because they're not the most powerful. It is now Franklin Richards. If you want to argue with anybody about it, don't argue with us. Argue with me. Don't argue with Jonathan Hickman. But this is supposed to come out, crossover in February 2020, which is going to be dope, because the last time the X-Men interacted with the Fantastic Four was because Cyclops pulled up, take Sabretooth from them, because during House of X, the X-Men essentially made their own country called Krakoa. And they made their own laws, government, all that shit. And they're saying, all mutants are citizens of Krakoa. That birthright. You want to stay on Earth, that's fine. You want to live with the regular humans, that's cool. But if whenever you want to come to Krakoa, you are open to come to Krakoa. And also, all mutants are immune to the laws of humans. So if a mutant commits a crime in New York or some shit, he cannot be punished under penalty of US government law. He has to be sent back to Krakoa. And then be put on trial through mutants.
That's fair.
Through people of his own
kind. Yeah.
So that's what Cyclops is pulling up the Fantastic Four, because I believe they had Sabretooth. And he was on a murder spree or some shit. And Cyclops came to get him. And Reed Richards was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Cyclops was like, yo, he's a mutant. We're going to take him. We'll take care of it from there. And Reed Richards is just like, why the fuck does it matter if he's a mutant? He just killed 15 people, bro. He needs to be prosecuted. What are you doing? Like, I understand you want to like extend fucking sovereignty and amnesty to all mutants, but does this also involve the evil ones, the bad ones, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Cyclops was just like, yo, he's a mutant. You got this. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Which they did.
Yeah.
They did take care of it. He got like banished inside Krakoa. Krakoa's like a living planet, pretty much. So opened up like a deep chasm. Threw that nigga in there. Like, yeah, you stay in there till when the fuck ever. Then he goes. Then Cyclops once again was like, yo, Frank, if you want to come over to our side, our doors is open. You know, when you get tired of this Fantastic Four shit, you know, always come to Krakoa whenever you want. Then dip. That's the last time I remember them interacting with the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. But now they having the whole crossover shit, which is going to involve Franklin. It's going to be dope.
Fire. Speaking about dope stuff. So it seems like somebody's gotten the message for Black female characters in the nerd world. Turns out we got a brand new Thor, and she is a Black woman. So taking over from Jane, which is kind of nice. She is going to assemble in the new Avengers called Avengers of the Wasteland. In a world where most superheroes fell into the hand of Red Skull over 50 years ago, Danny Cage wields the mighty... I don't know how to name... What's Thor's... do they even say it? They have to say in the movies. Mjolnir? How do you... Is Jay silent? Damn, they definitely do say it in the movies. How do you pronounce the hammer?
I keep trying.
No. Wields Thor's mighty hammer.
It's Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. Yeah, the J is silent. All right. For the cause of peace. But when brutal regime of Dr. Doom forces Dwight, aka the owner of Ant-Man's technology, to Danny and the Hulk in a last-ditch effort to survive, the Avengers have the chance to assemble once more. So basically, as you heard, her name is Danny Cage. She is the daughter of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. Exciting, right? No? Okay. For those of you guys who don't know, in Earth, what Earth is it? Do you remember? In Earth 1561, is that how y'all pronounce it? On a different Earth, she is...
Earth 1561?
In Earth 1561. In Earth 1561, she's Captain America. And in Earth 616, she's Jessica.
616?
616. How do you know these are the correct things to even...
660.
This isn't fair. I'm doing it over. So in Earth 1561, she is Captain America. In Earth 616, she's just a little girl. But in this Earth, the dead man Logan. Oh, there. In this Earth, how do you pronounce Old Man Logan's timeline? It says Earth 807128.
Where do you see that?
I think it's in the article.
Which article?
I sent it on Telegram. In Earth 807128. But in the Old Man Logan's timeline, she is a fully grown woman and she can pair up with Logan. So she does have powers. She has Cage's indestructibility, but unfortunately she's not bulletproof. And basically she comes along.
Oh shit. That's a lot of numbers.
A lot of numbers, right?
I would just say Earth 807128.
In Earth 807, I'm not even doing that. But you're gonna cut out me messing up that, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
So basically, she comes across the hammer because the two of them, I'm not necessarily sure how or why, but Logan and her springs out Hulk Jr. out of Weapon X's containment. And they're basically running away. They run into a vehicle and they're trying to get away. But Sabretooth and the Weapon X guards try to shoot them down. So while they're shooting them down, they're losing control of the car, and they kind of end up in the resting place of the Hammers, whose name is Mjolnir. The J is silent. Mjolnir.
No, the J's a Y.
And that's a good, in Thor's hammer's resting place. I'm not going to be doing that. And in this world, it's a holy wrestling site. But Sabretooth didn't care, and he just was out for blood. So as he's shooting them and she's running away, she kind of like trips or gets knocked or knocks the hammer down, and the hammer moves. And that like freaks everyone out, because as you know, like, unless you're worthy of the hammer, it doesn't budge. So it freaks everyone out. She picks up on something. She picks it up, and alas, she is the new Thor. So, of course, this is exciting for Black women all over, or men, or people who just like Thor comics and want to see where it's going. This is also exciting because she might be the strongest one yet. So when Jane was Thor, I'm not sure if you know, she was dying of cancer. So she was like without the powers, or with the powers, she was very weak. But even not without the power, with the powers. Without the powers, she's obviously weak. With the powers, she was on the same level of Thor. So this is dope because Danny has powers. She is super strong and basically indestructible, except she's not bulletproof. So I don't know if that's the definition of indestructible, but she's super strong, and now she has the hammer. So she's basically going to be one of the strongest Thors yet. Also, she's a pretty cool person because she is Thor and she's Captain America.
Yes.
So
that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Will I be reading this comic? Probability is no.
Why? Why not?
Actually, I don't have a good reason. I actually think I might. No, I'm dead ass.
You literally have no reason not to.
I have no reason.
You have every reason.
I have every reason because Thor's actually one of my favorite characters in the Marvel universe as well.
Now
but it is Thor, not like.
Just as a disclaimer, this is not in the main Marvel universe.
Old Man Logan timeline. Now known as Dead Man Logan, also known as Earth. Let's say the numbers. Say it with me.
807128.
All right. But yeah. No, you're right. I don't have a reason. I'm most likely gonna read it. I like Thor. I like Luke Cage. I don't like Jessica Jones, but we don't have to get into that. And it's dope. Seems like it's going to be a good
That's
run.
the show you don't like, or is the character?
I'm not a fan, but we won't get into that.
All right.
But I do wish like she had her own separate comic, because to my knowledge, it's not her comic. It's going to be like she's going to be part of a new Avengers team.
Yeah.
Basically. So it won't really be about her.
It's really only forming because of Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Who might die. So they just love killing Wolverine. All right, and in our final Marvel news,
Marvel. Oh yeah,
Marvel.
No, because you know how y'all be separating the Marvels, son. Like y'all don't be considering this Marvel. Y'all don't be considering that Marvel.
What?
If it's not Disney Marvel, it's not Marvel. That's how y'all be acting sometimes.
What?
You know what I'm talking about, my guy.
That's only for like movies.
Exactly, and we're doing a show. We're doing like Cloak and Dagger. So that's
still Marvel news. They're Marvel characters.
I just saying, it's true.
You just gotta differentiate when you're talking about the movies.
I feel like about
like
Fantastic
the Spider-Man
Four.
movies,
exactly.
Sony Spider-Man or Marvel Studios Spider-Man.
But continue. So Cloak and Dagger is canceled.
Cloak and Dagger. Canceled.
Oh man!
After season 2, have you ever watched?
No, I didn't watch that stupidness. I saw the trailer and I was 100% disinterested.
Oh man!
But I remember you liked it. You watched it and you liked it. I remember season 1.
All right. Here's the thing about Cloak and Dagger. It is a good show, but it moves so.
Whatever.
Yeah, it moves so fucking slow. It is so slow paced. Like the first season, I made it through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last couple episodes was pretty cool. But season 2, I'm like, all right, there's no reason for you to repeat this formula again for season 2. Like, it drags on. Like, the second half of season 2 was like, it dragged on for like an extra 2 episodes that it didn't need to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was them versus the villain. I forgot the name, but that dude, it didn't need to take like 3 episodes to beat him, to be honest.
I really, really feel like this. I really feel like comic book stuff is kind of saturating now, and I don't want it to be to the point where it loses its quality. Ideally, I would like the comic. This is gonna sound absurd, and you might not agree, but I would like the comic book stuff to be left with the comic book professionals. So I would like it to be left with like DC Universe and even CW, because they did an amazing job on Arrowverse, and like you said, CW is WB. So, but stuff like Hulu's Runaways, Fox's, what is Fox's one called with the mutants?
Oh, shit! They still show that?
Yeah, and they still have episodes of that. Whatever Fox's one is called with the mutants and with Cloak and Daggers for Freeform, it's like, okay, we get it. You see a market that's profiting now and you want to get in on it, but it's like, if you kind of don't know what you're doing, homie, and even there's a lot of, I don't want to say speculation, but people, damn, I'm forgetting the word, but people go hard even on the CW verse. People is hard on them because it's kind of like sometimes we're looking at the writers like, my guy, what are you doing? My guy, why was Godspeed in it in Flash for 1 episode and he was booty? Like, what's going on? So even to the profession, like they not even like hitting, they dropping the ball here and there. So I look at the Runaways, didn't watch it. I looked at Cloak and Dagger, didn't watch it. You know damn well I didn't watch that one on Fox. So
I think
and even with DC Universe, it's kind of like it's getting and also Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't watch it. Even with DC Universe.
No, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is actually pretty good.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said I didn't watch it. Yeah, but the watch value, are you still watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., my guy?
No.
Did you go past season 1?
It's on its last season, though. I did go past it. I'm only like,
surprised.
I'd say I'm probably only like 2 seasons behind.
Mm-hmm. But then again, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is part of Disney Marvel, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Because also ABC is owned by Disney, guys. So technically...
parent company, yeah.
Yeah, so technically
they own everything.
That's Disney. But
Disney kind of owns Hulu now, too, remember?
Oh, God. Let's see if The Runaways is going to get better. But... what was I saying? Oh yeah, even with DC Universe, I feel like the shows is a little bit sad. There's certain things like the Swamp Thing. It's just certain shows I just wouldn't watch, and it's kind of like, why do we have this? Like Young Justice, yes. When is Harley Quinn? I know Harley Quinn's series didn't come out because I would be watching it, but I'm gonna give it a yes just because I'm biased. I don't know how I feel about Teen Titans. I hear it's a good show. You didn't watch that either, right? I hear it's a good show.
A lot of people talk about it.
Yeah.
It's being good.
I guess it has a place. But I do, at this point, it's like we don't need everything to be like comic book. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like leave it to the profession and make sure they do a good job.
Well, here's the thing with Marvel, though. Now, Kevin Feige is in charge of all that shit now.
Keep going. What's all that shit?
Movies. Shows. That's all him.
Well, Disney stuff. So maybe like ABC, but Kevin Feige wouldn't be in. Oh wait!
He's in
also,
charge
Freeform
of all the
is
Marvel.
Freeform is part of AMC, which is AMC. ABC, which is also part of Disney. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, Freeform is ABC Family.
It is.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
And they changed it to Freeform.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
wow.
That's actually high key Disney Marvel too, I think.
Well, no, Cloak and Dagger is Disney Marvel. They do make references to other Marvel shows on it. I remember when the cops on the show made a reference to Misty Knight. Because that cop came from New York, moved to Louisiana. Some shit happened. She was like, yeah, I know a friend in New York that can help you out. That something about... It was a reference to like Luke Cage or some shit like that. I was like, oh, so this is MCU canon.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was its own thing. It's part of
Do you feel like they should just
Marvel
keep it to
narrative.
like Arrow? And what CW? Everyone knows CW does it so well. Everyone knows the Arrowverse is so well. We were talking a little bit off camera. I was talking a little bit off camera, saying I'm excited for Crisis because they're really
I feel like their quality is dropping off, but
they're really heavily building up to Crisis. Like Crisis, for
they
some
definitely
reason,
do their crossovers well.
Yeah, Crisis is going to be a very big event. Marvel, as we all know, is talented, got a lot of talent behind the scenes, but for them to be for movies, but for them to be like splitting their shows across platforms, across networks, it's kind of...
I was going to get to that too. I was like, I think what Marvel needs to do is just bring them all into one place.
Netflix. Fortunately, that can't happen.
No.
Sorry.
So
that was shade. That was shade, guys.
Plus.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that.
I think if they're going to do any more Marvel shows, put it on Disney Plus. Nowhere else.
Yeah.
Because now DC got DC Universe.
Yeah.
Now all of their original DC shows are on DC Universe. I don't know if any of the shows have continuity between one another. You know, like if Titans mentions Doom Patrol and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But we do at least know the Marvel shows might reference other Marvel shows.
Most likely.
Network, because it's all part of the MCU, the overall cinematic narrative.
I mean, you can only do so much. Certain people got certain rights. But like you said, Disney has Hulu now, so there goes the Runaways.
I mean, the rights isn't a problem. They just use the characters they have the rights to. It's the same characters they have in the movies.
I mean, this whole Spider-Man debacle just shows
Spider-Man can't get the show.
Rights could be debacles. That's all I'm saying. Like rights can make things sticky. So like I'm saying, it was like, but you make a good point because all these platforms is high key owned by Disney now. It would be mad funny if this was the long-term goal for Disney. Like they're again all these platforms like just for Marvel. Because like you said, Runaways is on Hulu. That's Disney. Mutant shows on Fox. Fox ain't Disney.
Actually, no. Disney owns Fox's entertainment division.
Fox is Disney.
Disney
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That's why The Simpsons are going to be on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
They own them now.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., ABC, that's Disney. And who knows, they might take, if there's an uproar, they might take, or stir, they might take Cloak and Dagger. They might put it on Disney Plus.
I heard Cloak and Dagger going to make an appearance in The Runaways.
They did?
No, they will make an appearance.
Oh, that's cute.
I've been here. I haven't done much research on it, but I'm hearing they're going to make an appearance in The Runaways.
It's a good idea. Hopefully they follow through with it. It seems that Disney Plus, that they have their own plan for Disney Plus, though, that we already know. WandaVision, Loki, Bucky, and the Falcon. It seems like that's their vision for it, but hopefully they do add
I think WandaVision is supposed to tie into Doctor Strange and the Multitude of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Scarlet Witch is supposed to be in that movie with him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I believe I read that WandaVision will have some sort of tie-in to that movie too. So I think they just might be getting their shit together, putting all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and it's not even to get on them because their movies was always together. I guess, I
mean, yeah, the movies are always together, but when it came to their show, it was a clusterfuck. So
and
like hopefully there's more.
Movies that good, who's watching the shows?
I mean, but hopefully I want to see more of a connection between the movies and the shows. Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. always try to do it where they'd reference events in the movie.
It very well. I mean, for somehow, I don't know how, but the Netflix shows did it because they were always referencing what happened in Avengers.
Yeah, but it was never
in your face. It was more like
the shows would reference the movies, but the movies never referenced the shows. So like anything that happened in the show, you wouldn't see any of the results of that in like the next follow-up movie or something. Mm-hmm. But like, let's take for instance, Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
When Winter Soldier came out, it made a huge impact in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because that was when like they found out all these S.H.I.E.L.D. agents were secretly Hydra, and S.H.I.E.L.D. had to shut down, and they're agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Now they had to deal with that fallout from Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
But then also at the same time in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they started introducing Inhumans. Mm-hmm. But that never made it to the big screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Coulson still being alive, never made an appearance in the main movies. You mean to tell me after all the, like, they think he's dead? They thought he was dead since the first Avengers. Coulson comes back. You mean to tell me, like, Tony doesn't find out that Coulson's alive?
Yeah. I see
Tony
what
Stark,
you're saying.
who's always snooping in S.H.I.E.L.D. shit, does not find out that Coulson is alive?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. That would have been dope.
You know what I'm saying? Or like all these fucking heroes in New York City, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, fucking Punisher. None of the main heroes in the MCU. Not even the Spider-Man movie, because his shits are more local.
Yeah.
You know, and there's never a mention of like the Devils of Hell's Kitchen or anything Luke Cage, Power Man, and Iron Fist. Like, nothing?
Yeah, I feel you. It would have been dope if it was at least a mention.
No, not even like a newspaper article talking about it, like, oh shit, it's Daredevil. You know? Mm-hmm. Nothing.
Yeah, that would have been fire.
Nothing. But they talk about like Avengers shit all the time in the Netflix shows.
Yeah. So.
Aliens and men in iron suits and gods. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why.
It is. It's unfortunate. So hopefully we'll see this change on Disney Plus. And like you said, it looks like they're going to be doing more of that, like for Disney Plus with WandaVision, Bucky, and Falcon, Loki. It will definitely be more synchronicity between the big screen and the small screen. I am curious about what's going to happen to these other side projects like Runaways and Agents of... Well,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is ending.
Yeah,
we already see they canned Cloak and Dagger because that shit was boring. That's it. That's all they got, right?
I feel like they're probably... Well, we have to see how well Runaways does. But they might be ending that too because I feel like I said, they got their own...
Gifted.
Oh, yeah. The Gifted probably will be ending. I mean, it depends. All this is about money and how much...
And they also had Legion.
Legion is... Have you seen Legion?
No, but that was a thing too.
Legion is good. And Legion does good too on FX. I think
that ended though. It didn't end until its last season.
Maybe. It might be on its last season. Legion's good and it does good on FX. So yeah, I think these little side projects are ending and it's just going to be Disney Plus and the big screen.
Yeah. They're probably going to can the Runaways after this one, too.
So, that's not bad. You get what you want. You get that synchronicity.
I never made it past episode 3, season 1 of Runaways. So.
Runaways is trash. But I'm curious, like, it's not even worth talking about. But I'm curious about DC because the Arrowverse is doing so well. But then you got the Arrowverse and then you got DC Universe.
Those are completely separate things.
Yeah, but that's the point. Like, with... Disney getting their shit together, like with them just having like Disney Plus and then the movies, you're wondering,
You see, DC the problem with that is that DC's movie universe is so ass that they can't make shows based off of their ass universe. Because the only good movies they got is Man of Steel 1, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do with that?
Yeah,
your Batman movie didn't come out yet.
Are you talking about the new Batman with
Twilight nigga?
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Twilight
nigga. What is her lovely name?
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, so that didn't come out yet, so you can't base anything off of that. Titans can't tie in though,
because there was so
Batman,
much. There was so much build up with Ben Affleck being Batman, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Robert Pattinson. Okay.
Because they wanted to go for a younger Batman in the earlier story. That's what I'm saying. They can't make shows based off of their movies because like their movies are all over the fucking place. Whereas Marvel has a clear timeline with their movies, and they can put shows like in between the gaps of like you put a show that takes place between Captain America 2 and 3, or what happened right after Avengers 2, some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Man, even the game, the VR shit we went through last week.
Yeah, she was fire.
It had Ultron in it. Mm-hmm. And they still managed to fit that in also to a timeline, and I think that's like post Endgame, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because like the suits in the game were based off of Tony Stark shit. And you got Shuri saying that based off of Tony. And Tony doesn't make an appearance because he's dead. Yeah. And they also have Spider-Man. So, yeah, DC can't really do it. They got to stick with what they're doing. Stick with their CW, Arrowverse, and whatever the fuck they're doing on DC Universe, because their shows don't even link up.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, the last thing I want to say, but we say it all the time, they just gotta go slow, and it sucks so much that they're so all over the place. It's like, you started good with Man of Steel, you're doing good with Wonder Woman, you're doing good with you did good with Aquaman. What the hell is Aquaman? You did good with Aquaman. Like, go slow and slowly build up your universe until it's this dope empire,
And Shazam was a thing.
Shazam was fire too. Yeah, how can
it wasn't fire, but it was a thing.
Shazam was fire. Okay,
that's why you
like
forgot
Shazam.
about it, because it wasn't fire.
You're right. No, you're right about that. Shazam was good. Jesus, you got your whole tone, your whole body.
I'm just saying, like, you forgot about it because it wasn't. Is there any Marvel movie that you forgot?
You're right. No, you're right. Shazam wasn't fire, but Shazam was the thing. It did good. It was a good movie, and it did good in the box office, which matters. So that's kind of what sucks. It was a whole celebration for Marvel for its whole 10-year, decade-long thing, and that was the celebration. It took over 10 years. Mind you, it was over 10 years, but I don't know why they did 10 years. But it took like over 10 years for them to get this beast of a machine. And so it sucks that DC is scrambling, and it shows across all platforms. But that's our show. Hopefully Batman does good. It's nice. I'm happy to see Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle. I'm happy to see Twilight niggas. And Cedric, can we call him Cedric Diggory? Like, don't be disrespectful, man. I'm happy to see Cedric Diggory.
He was Twilight the nigga longer than he was Cedric.
Batman.
Because Cedric died.
And yeah.
In the same movie he was introduced.
That's our show.
Yeah, so with that being said,
I'm gonna go home and catch up on Flash because I'm excited for Crisis. Might even watch an episode or two of Batwoman because I like me some.
There's only 4 episodes.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna watch an episode or two, see if I like it, then I'm gonna continue.
All right, so this is gonna be our homework for next week. Watchmen, Batwoman.
I hate you.
And Flash.
Watchmen,
yeah. It's only 2 episodes in.
Fine, I'll watch it. I don't want to.
Why?
Wow. It just bored me. Like, I saw
the first episode?
I saw the trailer and I was just so disinterested.
Hey, man. Listen.
And I liked the movie.
Watchmen, Batwoman, and I said Flash, right? All right, you guys heard this, right? Watchmen, Batwoman, and Flash next week, guys.
It's going to be a whole Arrowverse episode next weekend. Yo, you have to watch the Flash. You didn't watch last season, right?
Oh, I didn't.
No, it's fine though. I didn't finish last season. You could. I feel like you could skip it. It bored the shit out of me.
All I know is that his daughter died,
and she was
annoying though.
And she wasn't that good of a person. I think she was low key evil. I don't know. I got bored midway and I stopped watching it. I couldn't do it anymore. So
okay,
I'm eager to jump in on this season. All
right, guys. So once again, our homework is going to be Flash, Watchmen, and Batwoman.
All right.
Batwoman's whack.
So with that being said, I am Player 3, Bubblegum Zombie Hunter.
It's your boy, Sweater Vest Kid, bro. You done know, Player 2.
We're out.
We're out.